Welcome aboard USS YorkTown, Admiral. The flag pod is an interactive interface connecting your command stations. It serves as a hub, and clicking on its elements allows you to navigate between the main gameplay functions. At the bottom, the radio log and air ops timeline are always available during gameplay. They keep you updated about incoming communications and ongoing air operations. A game session exists within a detailed 3D world. Each ship and aircraft in the air or landed present on the map is active at all times. What you are allowed to see in the 3D world is defined by your difficulty and realism settings. In this demonstration, we will allow the player to view enemy forces without restriction. This Shikaku-class carrier is your adversary today. We will not engage her, but we will have aircraft spar with hers in a few minutes from now. She is actually at a view range from our formation and will appear as an unidentified echo on the sensors of the task force when in radar range, extended for this demo. The tactical view can be accessed at any time by pressing the spacebar. It shows a simplified 3D depiction of the world and allows you to give tactical orders. It is easy to navigate and acts as a hybrid interface between the strategic map, not depicted today, and the 3D world proper. Now we're back to our own force. It is centered on its flagship, carrier USS YorkTown. This ship is part of a larger formation, Task Force 17, or TF-17. It's self-divided into smaller task groups and divisions. As the flag officer, you are basically a passenger aboard USS YorkTown. You manage all the ships, aircraft, and men placed under your command. The Fleet Management screen is the first mode of the fleet plot. It allows you to browse the specs of all your ships and tactical groups. It allows you to access the status and damage reports of each and every ship. The contents of this module are still a work in progress, but that's how it will feel like. These small windows will let you access all relevant data for each type of module, such as ammunition levels for your weapon mounts or damage levels. Tactical groups can be easily selected by clicking on the fleet board, on the links in the interface, or in the order of battle panel on the left. Tactical groups display different information. They will give you an overall picture of the ships and aircraft they contain. The orders you will give in this mode will apply to all the units present within the group. Your complete order of battle can be displayed in this panel and will include all other Allied units and bases, whether you control them or not. The formation editor allows you to reorganize the disposition of a given task force by customizing the station assigned to each ship. An easy-to-use interface allows you to quickly reposition single ships and divisions in the screen. Presets can be saved and reused to save some time. Using this tool, you will be able to recreate most of the historical cruise and combat formations used by the U.S. Navy in 1942. The complex but iconic anti-air ring formations will be fully customizable based on your personal threat assessment. Once greenlit, the ships will leave their current position so as to reach their new station without hampering the course and the speed of other ships. A task force is a very busy, complex environment, unfriendly to all sorts of stunts. Our AI will find the best path to its assigned destination and give way when necessary. This third mode, in the fleet board, allows you to set up defensive patrols over your task force. The two main types of patrols are the combat air patrol and the inter-air patrol. Combat air patrols protect you against enemy air intruders, while inter-air patrols are designed to counter submarines. Combat air patrols will be assigned a zone and an altitude. If needed, CAP patrols can be set to be relieved automatically throughout the day.
Attention, prepare the flight deck for our operation.
As the flight deck is being prepped for future air operations, these are added to the Air Ops timeline at the bottom of the screen. Blue equals prep time, red equals takeoff. In the meantime, our destroyers are repositioning themselves. This one has found an opening between USS YorkTown and USS Lexington and crosses their trajectory without issue. Carrier warfare is a game of waiting, but we'd rather not have you wait forever. Time acceleration is always available, and its factor will be further increased from its current 40 times limit. The time has come for our Wildcats to launch. Enjoy the show. Aircraft all have a flight model, even on the flight deck. Right now, in this demo, conditions are ideal, but the final game will require your task force to head into the wind in order to launch and land its aircraft, disrupting your navigation plan. All the radio messages and announcement in this demonstration are placeholders, of course. Final quality will be improved. Action can be paused at all times and is active, allowing you to browse through your units and your options. It can be customized and made inactive if you wish to increase difficulty.
Red leader, section airborne.
The tactical view also allows you to follow your air units in flight. These are organized into flights, although each and every plane is still visible on the map. The cap you launched is now climbing. The fighter direction screen offers you means to control your airborne patrols at the most critical time. Unknown and enemy contacts are reported too. Bogies are indicated in yellow. These are unidentified air contacts. When finally classified as hostile, they will become bandits and will be labeled in red. Fighter direction can be set to auto or manual mode, depending on the time you wish to dedicate to this task. Here, fighters are vectored towards bogies. As IFF gear becomes more and more common in the course of 1942, the job of fighter director might become somewhat easier too. But mistakes are still a thing, and you can never be too sure. A 2D view offers only so much info. If you are playing at a more forgiving level of realism, you can also switch to the tactical view for a better picture. Your fighters have visually identified the bogies. They are now hostile. Your pilots are engaging, and the task force is now preparing for air defense.
Zero quarters, go ahead, manual battle station. Set by for air attack.
The situation doesn't look too bright from here. Let's see how it actually feels like out there, from the point of view of the enemy Zeros. Indeed, these Zeros do enjoy a good altitude advantage over the unlucky American fighters, as these are still climbing in order to reach them. But American fighter pilots are also resourceful. Similar engagements can bear very different outcomes owing to AI choices, circumstances, and sheer luck. The final game will feature believable aircraft damage models and ballistics. With more than 30 aircraft types modeled so as to faithfully recreate the air battles of 1942, prepare for some hectic dogfights in the skies over your task force. That's all for today, folks. See you for the next feature.
Number 2, check your stick.